Ancient Rome's amazing control over enormous swaths of land was the consequence of both creative engineering and calculated strategy in addition to military prowess. The Romans used a variety of strategies to successfully grow and govern their empire, from highly developed building methods to an intricate road system. Number 7. Advanced infrastructure. A technical wonder, the Roman Empire's infrastructure was essential to its growth and continued dominance. Road construction, which covered almost 50,000 kilometers, was a strategic genius as well as a logistical necessity. These roads were made utilizing modern procedures that included many layers of materials such as huge stones, gravel, and sand, ensuring longevity and excellent drainage. In order to reduce travel time, the Romans gave priority to direct roads, frequently using surveyors who used instruments such as the groma to attain exact alignments. Legions were able to move swiftly thanks to this network, which allowed them to swiftly react to threats around the empire. For instance, the effective road system allowed Roman armies to quickly bolster garrisons or put an end to rebellions during the conquest of Britain. Number 6. Innovative aqueducts. Through creative engineering solutions, the aqueducts of ancient Rome serve as an example of the empire's dedication to urban planning and public health. These buildings were made to carry water from far-off sources, usually found in isolated highlands, and they used gravity to keep the water flowing steadily towards cities. Aqueduct building required advanced methods, such as the use of arches and siphons to traverse difficult terrain. Built mostly underground and exhibiting early engineering skill, the Aqua Appia is one of the most well-known aqueducts. It was constructed in 312 BCE. On the other hand, the Aqua Claudia, which was finished in 52 CE, had remarkable above-ground arches that are now recognized as emblematic of Roman architecture. Number 5. Military engineering. Rome's capacity to successfully conduct campaigns over a variety of terrains and against a wide range of foes was largely due to its military engineering. In addition to being competent soldiers, Roman legions were also engineers who could build castra, or walled camps, which offered protection during battle. These camps were methodically planned, with defensive walls made from earth or timber and structured layouts that supported effective army movements and supply management. Roman engineers showed incredible inventiveness during campaigns by erecting temporary bridges across rivers to allow troops to cross, or by designing siege works to breach enemy fortifications. Caesar's bridge across the Rhine River, which he built in 10 days during his campaign against the Germanic tribes, is a notable example. Number 4. Organized military structure. One of the Roman military's greatest advantages was its organizational structure, which greatly enhanced its operational efficacy in combat. Cohorts about 480 men and centuries about 80 men were the minor divisions of each legion, which normally had between 4,800 and 6,000 soldiers. Clear lines of command were maintained throughout the ranks, and flexible deployment according to tactical requirements was made possible by this hierarchical structure. These legions were commanded by legates, who were assisted by centurions, who were vital to the discipline and training of the men in their groups. In addition to preparing soldiers for a variety of combat situations, the demanding training regimens included physical fitness, weapons practice, and drills that fostered a strong sense of brotherhood among troops, a crucial component of war morale. Number 3. Tactical adaptability. Roman military success was characterized by tactical versatility, which allowed them to maintain control over a wide range of adversaries in different environments and cultures. Roman commanders were skilled at learning from experience and modifying their tactics in response to battlefield conditions or enemy capabilities, in contrast to many other ancient armies that depended on inflexible formations or methods. Initial Roman strategies were ineffective against Hannibal's inventive tactics during battles like the Second Punic War against Hannibal Barca. However, following heavy losses at battles like Cannae in 216 BCE, Roman generals adjusted by using attrition-based tactics instead of direct combat. They discovered how to use smaller skirmishes to gradually erode Hannibal's forces. Beyond fighting tactics, this flexibility includes logistical techniques like protecting supply routes throughout campaigns, and applying local expertise from defeated peoples to successfully traverse new territory. Number 2. Intelligence gathering. Roman military strategy relied heavily on intelligence collection, which greatly increased their operational efficacy in combat. Roman commanders realized that long before a combat started, they could predict its conclusion by knowing the enemy's actions, strengths, vulnerabilities, and geography. They used scouts, sometimes known as explorators, to enter enemy territory under cover and observe troop movements, or evaluate fortifications in a covert manner in order to obtain intelligence. They also used local informants, who, based on first-hand experience, offered insightful information about regional dynamics or possible threats. This was especially helpful in uncharted areas where local customs could have a big impact on military battles. Commanders like Julius Caesar were able to make well-informed decisions about troop deployments thanks to the methodical approach to intelligence. For instance, prior to fighting Vercingetorix's forces at Alesia in 52 BCE, Caesar conducted reconnaissance to thoroughly study his enemy's positions. This allowed Caesar to successfully implement a siege strategy that involved encirclement and the construction of fortifications around his own troops' positions. This tactic demonstrated both strategic foresight and the efficient use of intelligence-gathering techniques. Number 1. Integration of innovations. One of Rome's greatest advantages throughout its history was its ability to incorporate innovations from conquered peoples into its own military practices. This demonstrated both their adaptability and their respect for successful tactics created by others from a variety of cultural backgrounds they encountered during expansion efforts overseas. Romans encountered various cultures with distinctive military technologies, tactics, and procedures. As they grew their empire through conquest, they frequently absorbed or modified these cultures for increased effectiveness within their own forces. For instance, after meeting difficulties from Celtic warriors during operations in Gaul, Romans introduced new cavalry tactics, including modifications in equipment, like lighter armor oriented primarily towards mobility rather than substantial protection alone. In the same vein, contacts with Eastern cultures prompted them to embrace more sophisticated siege devices, such as enhanced onagers catapults that could fire heavier projectiles farther than earlier models, employed by Roman soldiers alone. In the end, ancient Rome's supremacy was greatly enhanced by its tactical and strategic advances, rather than just its military prowess. While military engineering and organization enabled successful operations across a variety of terrains, the advanced infrastructure, like as roads and aqueducts, allowed for quick army deployments and guaranteed public health. Thanks for watching our video, and don't forget to subscribe.